Sweat Equity Podcast and Streaming Show, the number one.
I'm a DJ now.
Ooh, comedy business comedy podcast in the world. Pragmatic entrepreneurial advice with real, your favorite raw dog talk. We're 2021's best small medium enterprise business advisory podcast in the United States. We're also 2021's. I don't know why I'm saying it like this with an inflection. Best podcast and streaming. No do-overs. Why would we do that? This is live on tape. Best podcast and streaming entertainment studio, Eastern United States Media Innovator Awards 2021, hosted by Corporate Vision Magazine, your dad's favorite magazine.
It's official on the internet.
The C-Suite love.
The PNG has been exported.
Listen to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, your mom's Walkman, all the places you can listen to podcasts. This episode, sponsored by a new sponsor, Wisdom, the Wisdom app. You want to listen and talk with amazing people, share advice, be inspired? Well, this is what Wisdom is all about. I just lost the copy. Great.
It's okay. I'll say my apology to Wisdom, who asked me to be a top mentor. And then I logged on when they were doing the beta testing. And they had some shit where they would play, like when you opened your phone, like randomly, and you heard people who maybe shouldn't be top mentors. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well,
and I had some issues with the audio quality and all that, and then I turned it off.
It sounds
and now
like
they're sending us emails about sponsorship.
It sounds like the business version of Clubhouse, where smart folks share advice. It's on iOS. It's on Google Play Store. Listen, check us out on there. Wisdom provides advice you need at the moment. You need it from the only person in the world who can provide it.
Like
now
me.
more than ever, the world needs wisdom. Check it out. Wisdom app. Wisdom life advice audio. Let's get this party started.
What about my sweat equity? Sweat equity.
Howdy, Todd.
Sweat equity. My sweat equity. My sweat equity. What about my sweat equity?
So, that you thought that Wisdom app would throw me off, huh?
No.
Yeah. What? You thought it would throw me off, dude. Throw me a new ad read. I can hit that spot.
Totally handled it like a boss.
I hit
so
that.
Cool.
Oh, like Ray Allen, just hitting threes.
I don't give a shit.
Boom.
So cool.
All right. So we've been dormant the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Which is our fucking scheduling snafu.
That's our bad.
That's our bad. But here's what we're gonna do to remedy this. Am I having a stroke?
That's okay. I just flashed up the wrong graphics. So yeah, here we go.
Well,
start over. It's like a big start over.
We can start over. We won't edit and start over. We'll just start
we're not
over.
Starting over.
And a 3 and a 2 and a. We've been dormant the last couple of weeks.
I don't give a shit.
And where's Lizzo with an apology?
Suck my pussy from behind.
We're back.
That's what we'd like to say.
You coming?
Mm-hmm.
Greatest hits.
This is why we don't get monetized. No,
yeah, it is.
That and the lack of marketing online.
We've been told.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, we have to hit that 10-minute mark. The good boy. If we're clean for 10 minutes, and then we can say whatever. Apparently, that's how it goes right now.
Well, that's a new record. 3.5 minutes.
It's pretty good. Not bad.
Pretty fucking good.
So what we want to do is 69 gifts to you. 69 gifts to you in the ways of tech stack, or what you might not know what tech stack is.
Or small business stuff in general.
Small business stuff.
Christmas stuff. We have shopping tips in there.
Oh, we do.
If we ever make it that far.
Well, we're going to try to, so we did this from scratch. You did it off the dome as well as I did first round of it, right?
Right.
And so, I didn't even get to any of the nerdy bookmarks I've got hundreds of.
Yeah. Well, I did you were like, we're going to do 69 of them. I was like, that's a lot. And then,
look, we can dedicate the whole month of December as giving back. We just came off Thanksgiving.
Well, it's a season of giving.
What are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
What's Thanksgiving? This is Christmas time, dude.
I know, but we're post Thanksgiving. Did you do the thing where you get everybody around the table?
Oh man, I'm thankful for so many things.
Is it your chick glasses?
My chick glasses,
Your
my
readers?
rad new jacket.
Yeah, your Bane jacket looks neat.
Yeah,
It's somewhere between Bane and Riggins from Friday Night Lights.
sure.
For those listening,
Oh yeah, he was cool too.
it's the exterior. No, I like the jacket. That's what I'm saying. It's a
You
good.
can't have the jacket.
I'm going to take the jacket, even though it doesn't fit. It probably won't fit me. But it does have that that lamb skin, kind of sheep kind of fluffiness.
Yeah.
You know-
look like it's like an
People
audition
in-
for Fargo.
Yeah, people in Montana wear that. jacket.
Largo.
Okay. People,
That's a show.
is it?
Where I just came up with the whole thing.
All right.
Fargo and Largo.
The but it's
weird.
that collar with the really soft inside
Right.
that's flipped out.
Mhm.
You've definitely killed a deer wearing this,
Right.
but not when you're supposed to go hunting.
Somebody did it.
Like
wasn't
you
me.
had to kill a deer because it was going AWOL.
It was my car.
Right. But you had to take it out of its misery. You had a gun in the back.
I'm sorry. You know.
No, that's life in Idaho, dude. That's how you
I
do it.
wanted the jacket.
That's how you roll in Yellowstone. So where do you want to start on this list? We have probably over
number one.
300. You just want to go straight down?
Well, I did. I kind of organized it.
Okay. So we're gonna try to.
What?
I think we can plow through this and keep it within our normal episode minute mark.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you want to alternate here?
No, just go. We'll just go.
All right, number
Free ball
one.
it.
No.
Why are we planning shit now? What?
Yeah, we look this for us spending 45 minutes combined between the two of us planning this out. We want to make this evergreen on our website too. So we'll post this on the website. We'll post more as like a knowledge-based resource center. I feel like I've always said I want to be the Susie Orman of nerd knowledge.
Who? What? What?
I've said it on the
What?
show since you've been on it the whole time.
I know.
I just like
I zone out so much.
I know,
though.
but I love being able to go like, have you heard about this? And like, oh, you didn't know about this? Here you go.
You heard about Susie Orman?
Well, Susie Orman, all she does is give like budget advice that you already fucking know,
Thanks, Susie.
right?
Right.
For the most part, but she does it in
Your
a quaint.
business mom.
She crushes it. Look,
You would fuck this shit.
I'll go down on her. This beard will touch her beard. I've got this salt and pepper beard. I bet hers is a little salt and pepper too.
gross.
Except she likes chicks, I think. So, number one, Slack. Slack's the best intra-business, intra-community, intra-group talking. We don't even talk on text if it's between you and I.
Right. If we text each other, it's an emergency.
It's something's wrong. You haven't checked Slack, basically.
Right. Why aren't you on Slack, dude?
I think they're worth like $6 billion or something now.
There's something to the indexing part of it, being able to search it. That's a big deal.
The whole idea behind
Really
it.
do it with text.
The whole idea behind it was that when you join a company or a group, that you can't see all the messages beforehand of everything they're talking about,
Right.
like work-wise. So the idea of this, that's how it started, was to be able to kind of access that. So it becomes like an internal search engine. What's the password for this? Where's the website for this?
Yeah, pin
blah,
it.
blah, 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 blah. So I want to get a Slack community for all the listeners out there. Look, yeah, we took a minute to explain Slack, but if you're not using
It's
it,
a good one. That's one. Yeah.
if you're not using it by now, I think less of you. If you're like, we're Microsoft Teams, I'm like, get out of here. Plus, it integrates with like 500 apps or something crazy like that.
Yes.
Asana, great project management tool, good for agencies. You got anything?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's something that you got to have. And the next one on the list is Rike, which is, I think, a little bit better. I think it's a little bit cleaner. I think it's a little bit more obvious how to use it. But they're both basically the same thing.
They are. Look,
So think about getting one of them.
Trello,
Monday.
Basecamp, Monday.com.
And these don't even count on the 69 list. either.
Right. But the Asana and Rike, I like Rike a little bit better because it is cleaner and I think it's a little cheaper initially maybe for teams under 5. But both of them, you're right. You need a project management tool if you have any kind of project going on. There's just too many things going on in everybody's heads now.
Yep.
And I'm trying to get my life on a project management app just to be organized.
Yeah, you just need a database. You just need a place to have everything.
All right. Pipedrive, the best sales CRM, I would say.
From what I've seen, I agree.
I like a CRM that's visual. I'm a visual guy, so it'll show you your whole
sure.
business development lifeline. You can break it into columns. It'll go like, here's all the people that are interested. Here, you can make up whatever column you want, but it'll show you that sales funnel in a visual way and the reminders that integrate with your email. Mwah. Chef's kiss on that one. Human resource management tools. If you don't use something, you probably should.
You're wasting your time. It's so cheap to just have somebody do your payroll for you. Like, it's just to have, if you have more than 5 people, like, just do it.
If you're a business over 25 people and you don't have something like this going for your payroll.
Why you got to add 20?
I don't know.
Why is it got to be 25? I said 5. And
you said 5?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
I zone you out. Gusto and
do I need to be here?
Gusto and ADP are great. Zenefits was another one I'll throw on that list while we're thinking about it. Maybe they're all a little bit expensive up front, a little sticker shock.
Well, the thing is, they do all the little stuff that you don't want to have to research and learn to do. Oh, I got to get that license or this certificate or whatever. Like they're on top of it, and it's usually part of what you're paying for. So. Just do it.
It's one of those things like a project management tool. What's the cost of being unorganized? And with a human resource tool, website, app, whatever, what's the cost of being vulnerable to not paying on time, to worrying about bonuses?
Or just your time in doing it or learning how to do it.
Right. You're going to sit there with one of those weird visors that are kind of green and see-through in the calculator.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That sound effect.
Look, we all know the next one, Zoom.
Now one we shouldn't even talk about for more than 5 seconds. If you don't know about Zoom, get out of here.
What I will say with Zoom is they've powered up with all the apps now, and you can. We like to put Otter.ai in there. That's one down. That's right, the next one.
That's why I had it as the next one.
Ooh, girl!
Yeah, I thought I did a little organization.
So Otter.ai, the best transcription app out there, and the most affordable, I'd say, for
what we use. And make sure that fuck is one of the keywords every time.
I was with my lady friend last night. She had to take down something.
Speaking of fuck.
She was memorizing something. She's like, I got to write something down. Where's the pen? I go, boom. I open Otter.ai and it types it out while she's talking.
That's a bit creepy, actually.
It's a nice little parlor trick if you want it. But the best part about it is you can drop an audio file and a video file if you want in there, and it'll transcribe it. And it'll give you minute markers. If you go to our website, sweatequitypod.com, we do an unedited transcript because we're lazy, but it'll.
I put spaces in between the keywords. That's my editing.
That's good.
It just spits out as one word.
Yeah, for us, it's increased our SEO an incredible amount just by posting that every episode.
Right.
I write down bits while I'm driving sometimes if I get inspired or really just pissed off while driving. I'll just try to monologue with myself.
Oh, I bet that's a very fun time.
Well, look, creative, you got to capture lightning in a bottle, right? So it's just like either I got to go write it down in Evernote intense. or I got to like write it down on a piece of paper.
Intense.
Yeah, I know. It's so good. MailChimp, free email marketing system, up to 2,000 emails. Most of you guys don't have that many emails. Personally,
right, start there.
Just start there.
Start with the free one.
If you want to know how to export your Gmail, I think we have a video somewhere on one of our YouTubes. If you hit up the show, I'll send it to you.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you can't just export.
We were so benevolent back then.
It will just if you try to export your contacts or your emails out of Gmail, which most people use, I would say, it'll just send your contacts. So there's a little bit of a workaround you got to do, and the reason we made the video is self-serving, not to serve others.
And I guarantee you none of those rules apply today.
No, I did it the other day. Still works. Calendly, baby. Yeah. I'm trying to make this fun. Calendly is the best kind of scheduling app. Scheduling meetings, I feel like, is the most frustrating amount of wasted time that doesn't need to be there.
Yes.
Put that in your email signature. You can route it on you can have different things people can sign up for, all that stuff. Namelinks.
This one was crazy.
So Namelix. You want to take it?
Yeah, well, this one is you just put if you're just starting up a business, and you're like, I'm going to do it. I officially am going to start a business, but I don't know what to call it. Go to this website, and it will. You put in some keywords, and not only does it come up with I don't know how many 100 names for your business, but it also has design ideas, and I mean they're not all home runs.
It's not going to name your brand, but it'll get you going.
Right.
I would say that's how I've looked at it. Like, ooh, that's a good word. Maybe I can tear apart that word and mix it with this one.
Or it could be a great starting point to send to a designer.
If you're not
like, here, this is what the AI spit out.
If you're not creative, that's probably a great place to start. If you know you're not creative, I should say. Miro, best whiteboard app out there. Boundless whiteboard. You can share it with anybody. I kind of use it religiously now.
It is the best, dude.
It's
for real.
It's got a mind map if you want to do that. If you kind of got all these things going in your head.
It's just one of those apps where you go to other ones and you're like, why doesn't it just do this simple fucking thing?
Mm-hmm.
And it does that. Miro does all of those things when it comes to just visualizing information.
And part of the criteria of all these apps is I like to look at if I'm really going to invest my time in some of them. I go, are they looking towards the future? Like we were talking about Slack 7 years ago, and it was like, I can see people are using this and they're reinvesting in it. They don't want to sell to Google. Mm-hmm. They're not going to get acquired. Miro's one that I think just got another like $500 million in funding or something like that.
You deserve it, Miro.
Yeah. Hey, good on you, Miro. Zapier. I explain it as apps that connect apps that don't connect.
Yes. I mean, whenever you go to your app that you just paid $900 a year for and you go to the integrations and you don't see the other app that you need to connect it to, you can use Zapier and it'll connect them.
Proposify, you have a lot of clients or proposals to send out. You could be a blue collar, you could be a roofing company and you need to send out kind of what looks like bespoke proposals.
Right.
It's a bitch to set up. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. It is a day. It's
a lot on the front end.
But if you have your contract, you upload it, you can template it out, and then you can kind of adjust the fields. And you just kind of, as you go, you should just make iterations of sections. And man, that is a time saver like no other. Mm-hmm. Dropbox, we know about file storage. WeTransfer.com if you need to send files that are up to 2 gigs. SEMrush, that's a good content SEO research. If you're kind of wondering, you might work with an SEO person or someone says your digital footprint isn't very good. They've got a lot of free tools on there without having to pay for a subscription. So you can kind of type in your domain. It'll show you like your site sucks. Here's why, kind of thing. Give you a good audit. Bitly URL link shortener.
Yeah.
So we have this episode. I'll put it in Bitly so we can track how many clicks to how many people are checking it out sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
That
one's fairly simple. Contentino.
You know that one. I'm not sure on that one.
That one is it's good for actually I don't know that one.
It's a social
I know it's social media management tools.
So if you have a lot of another thing that is becoming more commonplace is you're going to have a social media management tool. You've heard of Hootsuite, you heard of Buffer, they're expensive and they don't do everything you need them to do.
Right. And this one's kind of like the project management has a little bit of Asana Reich bit to it that's a little bit more interactive.
But it's not $100 a month.
Right.
Which is what Buffer and Hootsuite, they became like, we're going to be the high Tableau expensive one. Gleam, you got anything on that?
That one's good just for company morale.
Can you gleam anything on that?
No, I did mess around with that one. It just has a bunch of fun contests that you can, you do have to pay for it.
Vimeo, you don't think about Vimeo probably a lot. You probably think of YouTube when you go to video creating and stuff, but Vimeo's really come out with a lot of editing tools that are free.
Mm-hmm. Creates GIFs.
They really
I do it and just send it to you, and we don't use it for anything else.
Well, look, it's if you have a business that you kind of want that not to be on YouTube, but videos that are kind of more businessy. Hey, and the buddy I'm opening for, Sam Tripoli, put a special out on Vimeo where you can pay for it. So now you can set it up where people can pay to watch.
Yeah,
So if you have-
Vimeo's the best, and it always looks better for whatever reason.
If you have premium content video-wise that's a little bit more narrow, that you don't really want it to be searched too easily, like on YouTube, Vimeo might be your better option. Promo, you got that one?
Promo, what was the one? Okay, it's very similar to the one that we used to always we would have our subscription turned on and off that would create, you'd put your own clips and your own images in there.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know the name though, do you?
I kind of,
Anyways,
it's a Korean company.
Promo is
Shaker.
something. Shaker, thank you.
Without the E.
Yeah, put that in there on the list. But Promo is very similar. You just have to plug in your own images, short clips of videos, and it'll spit out a stylized video for you.
Look, you're making video content. It's a bitch. These are kind of shortcuts. Shaker's another one. They're kind of expensive now, but you can get in if you're making a lot of videos for a business or you plan on it, might be a good investment because it'll make it in all the iterations you need it to kick out in. And it's got templates that are for stopping your thumb. SiteSucker, one of my favorite sneaky gangsta apps.
Yeah.
So you can get this on the Apple, I think
It's on the App Store.
I think it's on the App Store. It used to not be.
No, it is.
But I'm saying they used to not like it very much.
Right.
But you can basically, what I used to use this for was ripping client websites before I started making the new one as a backup. So usually most people don't have all their files protected. So you can almost, with a lot of websites that are small websites,
Right.
you can strip the whole website, get all the images, get the sitemap, get all that stuff, and just have it as a backup. Or you can just try to steal your competitor's website.
Right. I mean, there's really, I've thought about it. It's not really, you're not going to be doing it for, it's hard to use it nefariously.
Well, I use it when when you need to pull like a client's logo or someone's logo real quick. You're helping someone out. I just rather do that.
Or they have a current site and
Right.
they're like, I want to switch it over to this, but I want to keep it going. I really don't want to have much downtime. You can SiteSuck it and then plop it over there, and in case you can't export it, it's right there.
All right, you're on the next one.
I don't know what Jarvis.ai is. Fucking cool, dude.
You were showing it to me, and I was
That's
kind of
one where
mind blown.
it is artificial intelligence at its best. It literally writes copy for you. You put in a few sentences. You got to give them a little something, and it spits out stuff. I was writing for a construction company, and it pulled. So I said something Tampa, and it pulled Hillsborough County. We service Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, which are all the outlying counties from where we are. I didn't mention anything about the counties,
Right.
And it was talking about it.
So
Pretty cool.
It basically, when you write content, it's pretty formulaic for basic kind of SEO purpose. So this will kind of knock that out for you. It'll do emails too, if you don't like copywriting. Now I'm
Write love letters, I bet, if you wanted to.
That's a good idea. Wow, these are really kind of robotic, but sincere that you sent this to me.
I love you, Jarvis.
Noun Project I use a lot because I like to kind of make logo concepts, but there's icons on there for free. You can pay for it if you want to have it colored up for you, but it's got every pretty much icon. You have a logo a lot of people see, and then you have you go on a website, here are all the features. They'll show a bunch of icons. Hey, we're inexpensive, we're fast, and it'll show a lightning bolt, or show money sign, all that stuff. You can go get icons there. It's kind of a really good cheat code if you're not a designer, I'd say. You got the next one?
Tiny PNG is it's kind of a nerdy one. If you are building websites, it's good to have your image sizes very small so that the website loads faster. This one optimizes all these images for you. Boom, easy.
Yeah, that's the secret kind of slower downer
Right.
of a lot of websites is your images are too heavy.
Right. You're like, I want to put the best picture possible.
Or you got some image you just want to send via text, but it's not sending because it's so big.
Right.
You could put it in this free.
Most of the time, the quality, the size that you want, it's not making any difference.
iStockphoto.com, I believe, has a lot of free. I think they have free options on there, but it's definitely a freemium model. Stock photography, one of the biggest.
Yeah, if you're doing any sort of marketing, just pay for a subscription. If it's not iStock, Shutterstock, something stock, pay for it, and just be done with it.
Remove.bg.
This one's cool. Used it on a couple thumbnails of the podcast, and it pretty much just removes the background. It picks out the human shapes and forms, and it says, that's a human, removes the background. Good to go.
Mint.com I use. It's part of the Intuit family. When I needed to kind of catch up on all the transactions and see where I'm budgeting and everything, it's a really simple way to kind of tag everything. You can tag for taxes and put it right into TurboTax if you do your own through that. You just link in your bank accounts, credit cards and stuff. It'll pull all the transactions in, and then it'll learn what you tag. It's a little AI-ish if you want it to be, where it'll understand.
You're a little AI-ish.
It'll understand patterns and auto-tag stuff for you. So it makes it a lot simpler if you have a lot of transactions, but you just kind of want to get it all organized for your budget, for taxes, all that stuff. I liked it, and it'll link into your credit score if you want it to. Figma.
Figma, I thought you would know Figma better, but it's good for asset storage. It's interesting. It's like a combo asset storage / design suite. I don't know. It's like you can build ads and stuff in there similar to Photoshop. It layers things.
Pretty much anything
right?
Design-wise, it's kind of like a whiteboard of design stuff.
That's a good way to put it. Thank you.
But you could do it in Miro, but it doesn't have the design options of fonts and like color schemes for your brands and stuff, like ready to set and go. So like you can have like a chapter area for social media images, and you can have one for your website if you're trying to develop a page before you actually go execute it. And it's easy to share is kind of the best part about it.
Yes.
We gotta zoom through these.
I know. Autopilot is like MailChimp on steroids. It has a lot deeper targeting. It has a lot more complex. They have what they call journeys. I know MailChimp just started doing what they call journeys, but the idea is automated by triggers.
Thank you. So if they don't open, you can resend it. If they open and don't do anything, you can resend it. You have a lot of options like that. LastPass is a password vault.
Yeah, I did
easy app.
I did it. I just gave in, did it, and it's the best thing I ever did.
I think we remember the average person now has like 230 passwords.
Right.
Remember
and
that?
I've got 2 different passwords.
Never bounce.
15 apiece.
Never bounce. If you do export all your Gmail emails out of your Gmail account and you want to make sure it's clean before you put it in MailChimp so your account doesn't go down, Never Bounce. You show me this one. Neverbounce.com is good for that. Free.
Yep. It's worth it. It was like $20 to clean 4,000 emails. Down to 2,000.
Webaware.com. You got that one.
That one is it's something to look at. You can type a URL in and it'll say if it has been exposed to data leaks.
Ooh.
So just a fun thing to kind of check, make sure, your veterinarian hasn't been hacked or something. I don't know.
All right. We're at like 36, I think.
Are we supposed to be numbering these?
Tools.pingdom.com. That's the evaluator I use for anybody's website. I use it over the Google Tools because it'll give you an objective view of your website, speed, performance, all that stuff. It'll tell you if your images are fat. Spyfoo.com. That's the most gangster, one of the most gangster things on this list, where you can look at your competitors' ads and what they've been doing with their ad spend online.
Yep.
If you're lazy and you just want to try to use their copy for search ads, pretty good there too. You enter your competitors in. Moat.com, similar.
Yeah, it pulls all of your competitors' ads. All of their display ads show up. Boop, 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 boop. All the different iterations, all the different sizes, vertical, horizontal. They're all sitting right there, no problem.
Habit List, great out for daily repeating tasks.
Yep, use it every day.
That's an app there. Grantwatch.com. I just kind of stumbled on this. You can search for grants that are in your area or by your industry, by your sector. I'm helping a nonprofit out, and I was able to go, hey, I think there's some grants we might be able to apply to. So it's great. DataUSA.io. It takes all the census data and makes it look pretty.
Yes.
Basically, you can search any zip code, city, see all the demographics.
It was surprising to see how nice it looked, and it was free.
Deloitte basically took, the consulting company basically took all the census data and made it look nice and organized. Colors.co, now I got to spell this out. COOLORS.co. There's an app for this. Here's the one that's really gangster. If you want to see what looks good for paint colors too. So if you want to try to check out your brand colors, like I just compare it to what's your favorite sports team?
Yeah.
What
you're asking me? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay,
Go Bucs.
So they're blood red, pewter, and then tertiary colors, creamsicle orange for back in the day. So you can put those in.
Gangster.
You can put those 3 colors in, press the space bar, boom, it'll hit you with 2 other colors that look good next to it, contrasting or comparatively. And then you can do it. I've done it with paint swatches where you get a paint swatch you like, and I need a trim color, and you're like, I can pick it through that.
MindMeister, that's
yours.
a mind mapping one. I'm going to switch to Miro, I'm going to be honest, but it's a little bit scaled down, and it's a good starter mind mapper.
If you just want a mind mapping tool, which is basically great for creative or when you're overwhelmed and have this anxiety list in your head and you need to kind of spit it out.
I need to look at it. Grammarly is one that everybody should have this. It's free. They have an upgraded version that's even more badass. It'll give you writing suggestions. Should be a sponsor.
Repurpose.io. Repurpose.io. If you're doing any content, this is kind of a cheat code to get your content pushed out automatically. Canva. Every chick knows about Canva.
Right.
I feel like every chick uses it in some form.
Canva.
Whether they're in the digital world or just making a cupcake party invitation or something. FreshBooks. If you don't like QuickBooks or Xero, Xero, I like FreshBooks. It's a little bit cleaner, simpler. Doesn't have all these like bells and whistles you don't need.
Plus a sponsor.
Plus they're a sponsor of the show. Are they still?
Are they still?
Lucky Orange. I don't think they are anymore.
I don't think they are either. Right?
Lucky Orange.
That's just for if you want to drill down on some nerd shit. It's website heat maps. Find out where people are clicking.
Pretty safe to say I think a lot of people like a heat map.
Everybody loves heat maps, obviously. I'm just saying.
I'm going to go on a limb.
Website specific.
Instapage.com, landing page creator, a little automated. Seamless.io, the best.
AI, Seamless.ai.
Sorry, Seamless.ai. Good pull. This is why we're a team. You can scrape LinkedIn contacts. You can scrape contact information from websites. Pretty fucking gangster.
Yeah, it's pretty gangster.
Bird Eye.
Another gangster one.
Online reputation app. You need to send out reviews. It'll send out kind of a decision tree. Would you recommend us? Yes. Okay. It's going to pop you over at about 3 review sites you choose. No. Then people can leave a shitty review. It goes right back to you. The deal is most people don't know they're not leaving a shitty review online.
Right.
Because they're old. Usually.
Gotcha, bitch.
Anybody younger can probably pick it out design-wise. But it will circumvent a lot of bad reviews, I would say. Yeah. Even just by putting an extra step in there.
Yes.
Right?
Right. Fuck it. I'm not that angry.
To do, that's all you
do. To do is a very easy to-do list. I use it all the time. It's down. TO space DO by Microsoft. Check it. Wyze, WYZE. You got me onto this one. Yeah. I think they're owned by Amazon, so that's probably why they're super cheap watching us at all times. $20 security cameras. Only downside is doesn't have a desktop app. They're a little too inexpensive. To the point where you're like, I don't. You want to have hours and hours of footage of my driveway. Take it. Fine, yeah, exactly. You want to have me jerking off in your driveway? Fine. Right. The upgraded is Simply Safe is very similar. Honestly, there's a lot of extra costs that probably aren't necessary. But no, I had it. They do have a desktop app. It's for businesses. It's much more. It's a much better app. Here's the deal: it works on cellular, and it works off batteries. So yes. So they can't cut the power lines. If people or the power just goes out, like we get hurricanes here or something, and people want to be opportunists in that way to kind of loot, it'll help you with that. Grasshopper, the entrepreneur's phone line. Try grasshopper.com/sweat. 75 bones off an annual plan. That's called
a late read.
Yes.
Yeah. But really, it's great. Get a vanity number, get a 1-800 number, 1-866 number, whatever. You got a vanity number in your head?
69, 420, 420.
Oh, that's too many, but that's fine.
69.
69, 420, 69.
Things.
Mhm.
Season of giving back.
Social Pilot,
Like
another
69ing.
social media manager that I like at its cost. It's a little crusty looking on desktop and app, but
So many accounts, though, dude.
we can get 50 accounts for what, $30 in there?
3 cents a day.
Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. It'll get you on Pinterest, LinkedIn pages, LinkedIn profiles, Facebook profiles.
Google My Business.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Big one.
Grasshopper. Oh wait,
You already did. You're going backwards. We're
Sorry.
going backwards.
I'm
Shit.
losing. We're going fast, baby.
Stripe. Stripe,
you got it.
that's an easy one. Online payment, merchant services. That's going to be interacting with everything. Chances are you're going to get railroaded into using it anyways. We're giving it our blessing.
Sendcheckit.com. This is a free website. It'll grade your email subject line. You're sending out an email and your free MailChimp list or whatever.
Right.
You want it to be open. You want it to be read. It'll tell you if your subject line's dog shit, and it'll
Yeah.
give you pointers.
I don't want to brag, but I'm a bit of a phenom.
Well, you're kind of a prodigy with sendcheckit.com and share through headlines.
Yeah, real quick on the email subject line tips. Lowercase letters for all the words is apparently a better thing to do. So do that. Everything lowercase.
Yeah, it probably appears more personal.
Right. So yeah, I'm not going to take the time to put caps lock on.
Measure app on iPhones. Measure your wiener.
Yep. How big is it?
That's enough said.
Right.
Clips app on your iPhone. It is what I like to use when I'm recording any content because it's already on your phone, and I like the editing is a little bit easier than having to go into Instagram or something like that, or TikTok and editing a video in there.
Mhm.
I like not being in the social apps to be able to edit something, and it'll generate captions in live time too.
Yeah. Culture Index, go back in time, listen to the podcast we did with our Culture Index representative. I'm all about it. It's a great hiring tool, really drills down into people's personalities, and you like to see their soul.
You can see their soul. It's like ayahuasca for your business.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Fake Spot is a review. It'll point out fake reviews on Amazon. There's a surprising a lot of bullshit reviews on Amazon.
Mhm.
This is a Chrome extension. It'll also work on other shopping sites I've noticed, like
Oh,
eBay.
really?
Yeah, eBay. Anything that's pretty big, it will tell you like this seller's not legit, or this seller we don't have enough information. But if you're like wondering, you buy something on Amazon, you're looking at it, you're like, oh, I thought that I bought this from the company, and I bought it from some shithead.
Right.
Some like
Fell off the back of a
Right.
truck.
Right, exactly. So that one's great. It's actually, and I went back in my old orders, and it's pretty goddamn accurate.
Oh, yeah?
Like I went through like all the old
Which one really
Amazon
pissed me off?
Yeah, which one was dog shit that I
Right.
bought and had all these fake reviews when I bought it? Where are you at?
Banner Snack.
Yeah.
You know that one.
So you need to make ads for whatever your brand. You need to do it quickly.
Display ads.
Display ads. They'll do animation ads, HTML5. It'll kick it out in every iteration, so you don't have to mess with trying to design it or having a designer freak out. I don't know what the specs are. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know what's best practice. All this stuff. It'll just do it for you, templated. Boom. It's like $15 a month. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And
So
you
that
can
was-
track it.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can
I
track
know
all
that.
the ads within.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
move on.
Go ahead.
Sonos speakers, they're the best Wi-Fi speakers. They sound amazing. Just get those, be done with it. Invest in your house. Make it sound good.
Yeah, I just found that box from selling it to you. I'm like, I should have kept that one.
Jackass.
Message from Santa app.
This is a good one to trick your kids.
Okay.
Just something. Go ahead. I mean, it's not even. I don't have a particular preference on but go to the App Store and hey, I'm gonna pull up the message from Santa app. If you guys don't chill out, really works pretty good.
You're really on top of it. You got me on the shelf on the elf on the
No,
shelf.
that's what happens when Daddy gets angry.
Minch on the bench is coming soon. They're in back order. Stock X,
That's just a fun one. if you
high
want.
end collectibles.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been playing on it a lot.
All right.
Lots of Jordans on there.
Hey, that's good to know. Like the collectible market, you got to remember, it's pretty new relative to a lot of other markets.
What they got going on, it's like it could be anything, buying and selling. Boom, right there. The whole market is set up for you. It's easy.
And you see why NFTs exist, because more things are becoming intangible. So the tangible stuff's becoming a lot more valuable.
Yeah.
Just watch.
This one's great during Christmas time. You're like, oh, let's watch this movie. You type it in on justwatch.com.
Mm-hmm.
It shows you where it's streaming everywhere. It shows you where you can rent it or buy it on demand, whatever. It's great.
What? I don't know this next one. That's all you.
Oh, this is Mysterious Package Company. If you have somebody you can't buy for, that's really tough to buy for, basically this company has a bunch of different options for you. You pay them and they will mail something to somebody for you where it lays out clues and it seems real to this person, where it could be scary or it could be just weird or it could be whatever. And it's like a little it takes weeks, months sometimes, where they're sending you stuff. It like,
here's a bunch of chores because I can't pick out gifts.
No, but it can be like weird stuff. You're like, what is this? And, if you have somebody, it's not for everybody, but I guarantee you there's somebody out there who's like, oh my God, this person would love that. It's like a weird, mysterious package.
I'd send that to my niece in college. That might be fun. Babbel, last on our 69 list, even though we gave you 73.
Right. That's good for learning foreign languages.
Yeah.
Piacere, come te chiami?
Yeah.
Italian.
Jesus Christ. You've already learned it. What is that? What is that? German?
Yes.
Wow. I didn't know you're so fluent in German.
Yes, thank you.
That's it.
We did it, dude.
We did it.
I can't
I'm
believe
sweating so
I'm
much.
sweating so much in this stupid jacket.
We have another list. We'll probably do another one. I think I'll write out one-liners next time beforehand.
Right, yeah, we don't need to.
And maybe we'll group them together to make sense a little bit. But we'll post this on our website. On the
we're gonna pin it.
We're gonna make it a featured item on the website, and we want to give back, and this is how we do it.
What about my sweat equity? Sweat equity. Sweat equity. My sweat equity. My sweat equity.
Sweat equity.
What about my sweat equity?